Well, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Detroit Lions. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Check 52 to Mike. Blue down.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, Wilson being chased out left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one 28 yards on the ground.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Motion. Watch safety. Alert.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Julian Edelman. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On play action, Mariota. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you've got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
On the delay, here's Hines. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4. Mariota looking for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Brashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
There's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said,
he's got a man complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Throwing is Mariota. This is caught inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Mariota now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Geno Atkins got home that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage. Mariota looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find out.
Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So call off the pick 6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for the Lions. 44 yards. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The 1st sack of his NFL career. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it there to Vernon Davis, the tight end. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Big ass. Three. Chopper.
To throw, Mariota. That one complete to Hill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wilson throwing again, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's get off the field.
Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones. His 1st touchdown of the new season as his guys are back within a single score. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Los Angeles.
1st down, Mariota. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give him a chance to go to the bench.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Safarian Jenkins has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and the Charger first. On first and 10, here's Mariota. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Nyheim Hines. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Now McManus for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Mariota. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Mecole Hardman, his second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver, once again. That'll bring up second down.
58. Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Press zone. Check one. Hey, I need one over here. Exit.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. And going deep for Hill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Come on, D.
A second down throw here for Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dexter Lawrence in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
58. 58 right there. Oh, here we go. Oh, you go tight. One. We got it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Wilson. Ertz over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Come to me, it's me.
Throwing again. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a 1st down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Right here. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. 58 right over there.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Come on, baby. see what you got.
Mariota.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
58. Bravo! 58, right over there, right over there.
Mariota on first down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. Mariota now to throw on first down. And this is incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Play action now. Mariota. And he'll find Hall. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
The Lions
Let's
take
go.
over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. That's complete. It's Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
To throw Mariota. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. From the gun, Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word against symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
From the 31, Wilson, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Rashawn Gary able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
17.
The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass. Joker.
Here's Mariota. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
95.
At the 40-yard line.
56 the mark, boys. 56. Check. 56. Watch the run.
Now Wilson on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now Wilson down around his goal line, escaping the pressure right. Caught here by Bell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Again, it's Bell. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play action. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. It's caught. Jones. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Run for Pollard, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Pollard again. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They go play action here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bell, and they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Matt Patricia, he says now's the time. His guys are going to go for it on 4th.
Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Watch that, watch that, watch that. 12.
One last shot for Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.